another month, another budget video. Well, hello. It's been such a long time since I did my monthly budget videos. I think the last one was probably November, where I spoke about my whole tech situation with my 13th chick, and I decided I wasn't gonna do a December one because December and January is often like those tricky budget videos, because honestly, if I was gonna talk about it, that would have been a lie, because you know, the festive season, you think you budgeted quite well and then you ended up overspending, and we overspent quite a bit on our little road trip that we did, which I have no regrets for. And then February, I decided I wasn't going to do one because I did a financial reset video where I speak about what our plan is for the year in terms of Courtney's loans, what we want to focus on and prioritize. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'm going to link it up below as well as put it at the bottom. And if you have not yet listened to the podcast episode I did with Brandon on his podcast called Take Charge of Your Money, I speak about my debt-free journey, and it was just so much fun. You can hear I'm a little bit nervous in that episode, but I'll put that also down below for you guys to listen. So we are starting off with March. I'm so excited about this year. March is going to be very interesting for a lot of reasons. So for number one, I got paid the least amount of money from my first job. Even my manager phoned me on Friday when it was payday. She's like, Stephanie, I got your payslip, is this correct? So my payslip is not normal as of yet. It will be officially normal by the end of April. The end of February was the last month for them to take off the tax from my 13th check. If you didn't watch that video, essentially they gave me a 13th check and they forgot to take the tax off of that, so they didn't want me to give the money back. They said they'll take it off over 3 months, and we both agreed that was fine. So for December, January and now February, they took it off. And then my laptop died in the middle of January. Fun, right? So I asked the company if I could purchase a laptop via the company, which meant that I didn't have to pay for VAT because the company will claim that VAT. So I mean, any bit can help in terms of, you know, saving where you can. They allowed me to do it, but it has to come off as a loan. So they gave me an option to do it over 4 months, and I said no. I need my payslip back to come back to normal. So I wanted to take it over 2 months, so it will be February and March, so that in April I can just go back to normal, because the last time I seen my normal payslip was in November. It was the last of the tax and the first of the loan, but what I did was I just paid myself a shortfall of my salary, and then Courtney got paid a little bit extra this month. You know, we like when Courtney gets paid a little extra. And then for recurring expenses, very interesting. Fuel is going up by R1.48, 46 cents, I don't know. Courtney got moved to a closer branch, which is like 15 minutes away from our home instead of an hour away. So our petrol is cut in half, and let me tell you, that is a big chunk of money, because our petrol for the month is about 4,500 rand when he was working an hour away, and now that he's working 15 minutes away, it's only 2,500 rand. So I saving 2,000 rand. I'm so excited. And then obviously I still kept the food budget the same. It might go up a little bit this month. We all know what's happening with the war, and with the war there's going to be a lot of fuel increases and a lot of food increases as well. So that's something that you just have to note and pay attention to. I know that electricity is going up in April, so try and make provision for that as well. But for the most part, our recurring expenses kind of the same, except a phone contract. My Courtney's phone contract actually expired in January, and I was gonna close it, but Courtney was like, no Stephanie, you need a new phone. So I upgraded the phone, so it's gonna cost me about $350 extra, because I took an iPhone 13. Of course I did. And then personal care went up a little bit, because Courtney and I are prioritizing our wellness. You know, I've been ill. I have a whole lot of high blood and low iron and a whole bunch of stuff, and Courtney also needs to get multivitamins. He is struggling with sleep, trying to sleep at night, so we got him some pills for that. So that went up. So little bit off, on and off with recurring expenses. Policies are still the same. Savings, I think I mentioned in my financial reset video that we now have, I opened a Capitec account and we put money in there for access money. So I think we only put in 800 into that access fund, because I think there was leftover money from last month. Our emergency fund is looking so nice, guys. Obviously I need to get the emergency fund up until 1 month of recurring expenses by the end of May, so that we can use that money pay extra on Courtney's loan. So we're trying to get that nice and going. And then I have money in savings. Savings is obviously completely depleted because of my laptop and medical bill. There's a little bit there, but it's going to be depleted again because I have to go to the dentist and I have to buy my medication, which is like prescription for the next 3 months, and it's about 700 rand just for medication. So I'm not too worried about that there's no savings. As long as I have money in emergency funds, I'm kind of happy. And then debt, we are obviously trying to close, or not close, but pay up Courtney's Mr. Price account. If you watched the previous video, you'll know. And then so we're not using the card at all. And then Courtney's normal loans that go off, normal subscriptions, we're gonna have 1 subscription extra this month because I've been very obsessed with Formula 1, and then Courtney ended up being really obsessed with Formula 1, so we decided we're just gonna get a monthly subscription for Formula 1, you know. That's our little form of entertainment. I think it's 85 rand a month, so I still need to do that, but that's something that's going to be extra on subscriptions. And then for extras, the only extras for this month is Courtney's fine, one of many fines, and we're trying to get that reduced, so we need to pay for that. And then Courtney and I ate out a little bit, so they're also extra. The dentist is also going to be part of this extra bit, and then also Courtney and I are going to go camping. I mean, really now, Courtney and I go camping, so those are extra. The little bit that we have left, all that little bit of money is going towards Courtney's debts. We had a look at the statement of his lowest debt that we're currently trying to pay off, and it's looking quite good. I'm very excited for the year. I'm hoping to have that one done, you know, mid-June, July, so I can start working on the second loan, which is also, I think it's sitting at like 30 something. It's progressing quite nicely, and I'm really glad we are in this position. That is what's happening in the month of March. I hope you are still busy with your finance journey. If you have any questions for me, you know, you can always ask me. I do have a new book that I have purchased, and I thought I'd show you. So the book that I had purchased is You're Not Broke, You're Pretty Rich, and I heard a lot of, this is a South African, by the way, so I heard a lot of people talk about this book, and I obviously had to buy it. So this is another financial book if you are interested, or you can listen to the podcast, which is Take Charge of Your Money. It's another South African, which obviously I'm on it, and I'm not sponsored by him. I just thought that if you don't like reading or trying to research stuff, then you are most welcome to listen to a podcast. But try and learn as much as you can about finance. Financial literacy is so important in this day and age, and stuff is starting to get a lot more expensive, and you know, you need to prioritize what's important to you. So yeah, if you're still in debt, guys, keep on going, keep on moving. Sometimes you will fall off the wagon. I fell off the wagon so many times. I can't even like count the amount of times I fell off the wagon, but we persevere, guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next budget video. Bye.